はい、一通り、新規のものが終わったので、ざっと復習ですね。11から22まで復習をしたいと思います。関係代名詞の主格。彼は尻尾の短い猫を飼っている。主格。10から15で。主格っていうんだからで人以外なので which かな。he has which 違うな。he has the cat which has small tail。 違うな。which have small tail。 has なのか。 He has a cat which has a small tail。 なるほど。これは、3時に出発する電車ですか。 Is this the train which will be arrive at 3 o'clock? Is this a 赤 Is this なのか。 Is this a train which will とかいらなくて Is this a train which leaves at 3 o'clock? あれは僕の父に作られた机です。 That is a desk which made by my father. That is a desk which あれ which was なんだ。それはなのか。だから作られただからか。which was made by my father。その大工さんに建てられた家はとても丈夫です。The house which was built by the carpenter is very strong. The house which was built by the carpenter is very strong. うちの庭にやってくる犬はいつもお腹を空かせている。The dog which go into our garden is always hungry. The dog which そうか、ちょっと待ってよ。 which goes かな。 The dog which goes into our garden is always hungry. The dog which 噛むか。そうだよね。来るんだから。The dog which comes to our garden is always hungry. 駅のそばに立っている建物は何ですか？ What is the building which near the station? What is the building which stands near the station? What is the building? あれ？ building って言ってたっけ？ What is the building which stands near the station? 船のように見える雲が見えるか。Can you see the crowd? Can you see the crowd which looks like a ship? Can you see the crowd which looks like a ship? その作家に書かれたその物語は多くの人に読まれるでしょう。The story which そうか。ちょっと待てよ。The story which was written by the writer will be read by many people. The story which was written by the writer will be read by many people. 先週開店したレストランに行こう。Let's go to the restaurant which opened last week. Let's go to the restaurant which opened last week. 子供たちは花で覆われた丘で遊んだ。子供たちは花で覆われた丘で遊んだ。The children played on the hill, which covered with flowers. The children played on the hill, which was covered with flowers. あれ with って今入れてないな絶対。Which was covered with flowers. The children played on the hill, which was covered with flowers. 一応さらっときましょう。彼は尻尾の短い猫を飼っている。He has a cat which でいいんだよね。He has a cat which has a small tail. はい。これは3時に出発する電車ですか？ Is this a train which leaves at 3 o'clock? Is this a train which leaves at 3 o'clock? あれは僕の父に作られた机です。That is a desk. That is a desk which was made by my father. That is a desk which was made by my father. その大工さんに建てられた家はとても丈夫です。その大工さんに建てられた家はとても丈夫です。The house which was built by the carpenter is very strong. The house which was built by the carpenter is very strong. うちの庭にやってくる犬はいつもお腹を空かせている。The dog which comes into our garden is always hungry. The dog which comes to our garden is always hungry. 駅のそばに立っている建物は何ですか？ What is the building which stands at near the station? はいらないか。What is the building which stands near the station? 船のように見える雲が見えるかい？ Can you see the crowd which looks like a ship? Can you see the crowd which looks like a ship? その作家に書かれたその物語は多くの人に読まれるでしょう。The story which was written by the writer will be read by many people. The story which was written by the writer will be read by many people. 先週開店したレストランに行こう。Let's go to the restaurant. Let's go to the restaurant which opened last week. Let's go to the restaurant which opened last week. 子供たちは花で覆われた丘で遊んだ。The children played on the hill, which covered with flowers. Which was covered with flowers. Which was 丘は1個だから which was covered with flowers. はい。The children played on the hill, which was covered with flowers. はい。関係代名詞所有格 whose と of which。 この辺結構難しいやつだった気がするな。彼にはお父さんがパイロットである友達がいます。 He has a friend whose father is a pilot. He has a friend whose father is a pilot. 頂上が雪で覆われている山が見えますか？ Can you see the mountain, the top of which is covered with snow? Can you see the mountain, the top of which is covered with snow? 髪が長いあの少女がナンシーです。That is a girl っていいのかな。 That is a girl、whose hair is long is Nancy. That is a girl whose hair is long is Nancy. that girl でいいのか。なんでthat girl でいいんだろうか。まあでもあれは少女ですっていうのはちょっと変っちゃ変なんだよな。あの少女。That girl whose hair is long is Nancy。趣味が車を運転することであるその女性はよく車に海で行く。The women whose hobby is drive a car. The women whose hobby is driving a car to go to あれなんだっけ。 The women which hobby is drive a car to go to the sea by car。 違うな。The women whose hobby is drive a car to go to the sea by car。 ちょっとわかんねえな。オーフンか。オーフンも入んなきゃいけないし。The women whose hobby is driving a car to とかいらなくて、で goes なんだ。なんで goes なのかっていうと、なんか答えられないな。主語がまあwomenだからなのかな。The women whose hobby is driving a car often goes to the sea by car。 お母さんが中国人のその少年は中国語を話せますか。Can the boy whose mother is Chinese speak Chinese? Can the boy whose mother is Chinese speak Chinese? 自動車が故障してしまったその男性は電車で仕事に行った。自動車が故障してしまったその男性は電車で仕事に行った。The man whose car was broken went to work by train. The man whose car broke down went to work by train. The man whose car broke down went to work by train. 屋根が緑色のあの家を見てください。Please look at that house. Please look at that house of which is あれちょっと待ってよ。なんだっけ。Please look at that house of Please look at that house of which 違うな。違う。Please look at that house. Please look at that house. The roof of which is green だ。そうだ。Please look at that house of違う。Please look at that house. The roof of which is green. Please look at that house. The roof of which is green. 私は窓の大きな部屋で勉強したいの。I want to study in a room. I want to study in a room. 難しいな。I want to study in the room, the window of which is big. かな？ I want to study in the room, the window of which is big. I want to study in a room, the window of which is big. 僕は図書館で題名が興味深い本を見つけた。At the library, I found a book, the title of which was interesting. At the library, I found a book, the title of which was interesting. あの庭の大きな家は僕のおばさんのです。あの庭の大きな家は僕のおばさんのです。これ難しいんだな。あの庭の大きな家は僕のおばさんのです。あの庭の大きな家は僕のおばさんのです。The house, the garden of which is big is my aunt's. そんな感じかな。The house, the garden of which is big is my aunt's. そんな感じ？ The house, the garden which is big is my aunt's. もう一回じゃあ確認をして、彼にはお父さんがパイロットである友達がいます。He has a friend, whose father is a pilot. He has a friend whose father is a pilot. 頂上は雪で覆われている山が見えますか？ Can you see the mountain, the top of which is covered with snow? Can you see the mountain, the top of which is covered with snow? 髪が長いあの少女がナンシーです。髪が長いあの少女がナンシーです。髪が長いあの少女がナンシーthat girl that girl whose hair is long is Nancy. That girl whose hair is long is Nancy. 趣味が車を運転することであるその女性はよく海に車で行く。The women whose hobby is drive a car often goes to the sea by car. The woman whose hobby is driving a car often goes to the sea by car. お母さんが中国人のその少年は中国語を話せますか？ Can the boy whose mother is Chinese speak Chinese? Can the boy whose mother is Chinese speak Chinese? 自動車が故障してしまったその男性は電車で仕事に行った。The man whose car was blocked あれちょっと待てよ。was 入るかな。The man whose car was broken down broken down went to work by train。 ちょっと待ってよ、忘れちゃったな。 The man whose car ちょっと待って。でも別にこれ車が壊れたっていう普通の車が壊れたって普通だからな。The man whose car broken down でもやっぱなんかちょっとしっくりこないもんな。The man whose car was broken down went to work by train がしっくりくる気がする。いらないんだ。いらないね。The man whose car broke down went to work by train。 なるほどね。いらないんだ。The man whose car broken down went to work by train。 屋根が緑色のあの家を見てください。Please look at that house, the roof of which is green. Please look at that house, the roof of which is green. 私は窓の大きな部屋で勉強したいの。I want to study the I want to study in a room, the window of which is big. I want to study in a room, the window of which is big. 僕は図書館で題名が興味深い本を見つけた。At the library, I found a book, the title of which was interesting. At the library, I found a book, the title of which was interesting. あの庭の大きな家は僕のおばさんのです。The house, the house, the garden of which is big is my aunt's. そうそう、だからやっぱり that か。That house, the garden of which is big is my aunt's. 関係代名詞、目的格、括弧人。あれが彼が尊敬している作家です。That is a あれが彼が尊敬している作家です。That is a man. 一回区切りますか。